It's always Stan this, Stan that, Stan, Stan, Stan. Do you really think that that blithering idiot writes these episodes? I pour my heart and soul into these every month, and that Steve Buscemi lookalike takes all the credit. You know, this Lucas Magoon segment in the 1817 movie was truly a delight. Now let me just dumb it down to words Stan can understand. You should see that guy try and put on a necktie.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's that special time of year where every single snowboard movie comes out in a 1-month span. We have diligently watched the 13 snowboard movies we deemed most critically acclaimed, and well, we're gonna give you our official analysis.
Let's go to the...
That's right, we will be discussing only the snowboard movies in this episode. I will go through these movies alphabetically, I will give a brief synopsis, and then I'll give like a rating at the end. First movie, 1817. Wow, yes. Instant cult classic. This is a movie that you watch with the homies before you get ready. Many unknown Midwest kids getting some shine, which is important. And then of course, just to make sure we're paying attention still, 20 minutes in, Lucas Magoon comes in and provides us with the new concept of just current mood Lucas Magoon B-roll. 28 Winters by Nitro. This movie actually shattered my expectations. It's a snowboard retrospective, and I normally hate those because, you know, somebody cries or someone is explaining to us incessantly why they snowboard, which is like, I don't care. Also, this movie definitely made me think more than any of the other movies this year, okay? Torgeir Bergman says some shit about what he feels being a contest rider and how he feels like, you know, it's not just riding contests, you need to be out doing other shit. And that's when it hit me. You never see Shaun White snowboard except in a contest. And if you do, it's like for a weird promotional video for the contest. And if it's not that, then it's like labeled Shaun White POW riding. And his stance is just so insane. This movie got me thinking. Arcadia by Transworld. Jesse Paul's opener was psychotic. Red Gerard was showing some serious chops in the backcountry. Also, is it just me or does Red Gerard look bigger on camera than in real person? The Beyond Metal section and the Man Boys section are just two mini movies within the full movie. Haldor, your part in Arcadia was, as Joey B would put it, absolutely bonkers. So many just like ba 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 bangers. You're kind of just like, oh. Bruners 2. Let me tell you something. I never use this word because I hate its context within our modern society, but I will grant it for this one time. So much of the riding in this movie was so savage. And I'll remind you again how much I hate that word. Good filming, good music, creative spots, not too long. Nick Roy was like an insane part. Basically, I think this was the best independent street movie made this year, bar none. On to Cosa Nostra by Arbor. I don't know that I need to reiterate what a style god that I think Eric Leon is, but I will say it. Mike Little, Ian Sams, Matt Gray, all solid performances as well. Scotty Vine just started with like the most Scotty Vine clip possible, which is just him sliding down a rock face with a snowboard on with not a speck of snow to be seen. Honestly, I would like to propose that we officially change the Instagram breezy spots to Scotty Vine spots. Scotty Vine is obviously trying to make some sort of statement with the size of the features that he's going for. Let's make it happen.
The Instagram account formerly known as Breezy Spots is about to take a death-defying new direction. This is Scotty Vine Spots.
And then to me, Frank April kind of just brought the high energy part that the movie really needed. You know, I think he maybe should have ended it. Because I thought depth perception was fucking great. Let that one settle. Anyone who's talking shit about depth perception didn't really watch it and was just too caught up about how Fourth Phase let them down, because this movie kind of fucking killed it. Let's talk about it. First of all, everybody mashes in this movie. Travis Rice obviously mashes, Austin Sweeten mashes, Brian Fox mashes, Robin Van Gyn fucking mashes. You have so many people that are talking about snowboarding and they're like, my parents, my grandparents, all they know is the X Games, they know the Olympics, they don't understand this part. It's like, this movie, anyone can watch Depth Perception and be like, oh sick, cool movie. Oh, okay, so you're mad that the whole movie was narrated by a tree. Whatever, I don't care. It's good for major productions in snowboarding to be made that are done well. They did it, let's just embrace it. Loose by Postland. Free download, you know, independent film. Homie's got that like nostalgic Tech 9 vibe, but I respect it and I love it. Solid back one between two buildings is, you know, always gonna be a classic. Air Blasters March. It was kind of like a Thanksgiving dinner that starts out with the parents of the movie, and then like as the movie goes on, all of the kids and the grandkids come, and it's just like a happy story, and you're watching it and you're just so smitten. The point of these movies is it's a movie about riding every day with your friends, and basically they capture so many of the moments that you wish you and your friends were filming, but it would be like one of those memes that's like what you think you look like and what you actually look like. The Air Blaster dudes are like what you think you look like, and you don't look like that. Moving on, Method Movie 2. Yes, thumbs up on this movie, okay? It's like kind of a mixed cast between Euros and Americans. Overall, a street movie, I would say. Dylan Alito is a fun rider to watch. He kind of scares me a little. Jordan Morse's part was high energy. One of my favorites that I've seen from him. DCP is so old that his part is in black and white. Movie ended strong with British rider Sparrow Knox, who is on the rise, and a solid part as well from Brady Lem. That brings us to Pepper by Snowboard Mag, Utah in the house. But it really is just the all-star cast of Salt Lake City / Utah people. Good film, of course, because they go hard. Thought Bodie had strong footage. I didn't love his song choice, I'm not gonna lie to you. Bundy with a solid part. This has been a big year for the second part of the movie being really good, I think. Sage had a great part. Garrick Warnick had a great part. Shout out to Preston for narrating that intro. And I thought Nils was gonna end the movie, frankly, but of course, Ozzie Henning, one of the people's champs. Great ender. Turbo Dojo by Absinthe, I'm going to say it was just okay. A little too long, and sometimes I feel like the rider was just an out of focus little speck on the screen. And you guys are like one of the OG movie companies. My standards for you are a little bit higher. Higher than standard films, certainly, because they don't even exist anymore. Standout parts in the Absinthe movie, though, were Nicolas Mueller, of course. Brendan Gerard, so important to this movie. Hans had a diverse part. I thought Brandon Kokar's part was amazing and the most successful example of recording your own part song we have seen in recent history. I thought Mikkel Bang had really strong footage, and then Kimi Fasani's fall section was probably the most hardcore one of the year. Visitors by Videograss, 2 thumbs up, okay? Videograss has been a staple, a solid collection of snowboarders since its beginning. It was a good film. Standout parts to me, Spencer Schubert, Mark Wilson, Jaco Wee, Joe Sexton. S Queen by Too Hard, just okay. The best movie was Beacon by Lewif and Snowboard. Everyone was saying it was, like that was kind of like the word on the street, and I was like, I'll believe it when I see it. And then I saw it, and I believed it. Well filmed, insane spots, right? Like some of the shit Lewif's riding on, it's like he's fucking going multi-level on a church. Honestly, Lewif had a bunch of crazy shots at churches. Rail God? Tommy Gesme, Mark Wilson, everybody in this movie fucking crushed. It was well made. If you are gonna spend your money on one movie this year and you only had to choose one, this is probably the one I would recommend, okay?
Welcome to the hot seat, Marcus. Where are we?
We are at Sugarbush Resort. Oh shit. It's fucking snowing. It's snowing out. Just good vibes here.
Who would win in a fight? The real Jeremy Jones or the real JP Walker?
I'm gonna have to go with Jeremy on this one. JP doesn't really seem like a fighter to me.
What pro snowboarder looks the most like a doink?
I'll go with Chris Duncan.
What is your favorite way to ingest Pedialyte?
Butt chugging.
Any questions that you have for me, Marcus Rand?
You aware that you smoke mids?
Let the record state Marcus has incorrectly stated that I smoke mids. I smoke strictly high grade. Thank you.